Oh, Grizzly. He's in his bed like a good boy. I put his bed next to the window about 2 weeks ago, and I think like today is the first time he's gone in it, which is really nice. He's getting comfy. I'm going to be filming a handbag collection. Now this has been requested, and I love a handbag as much as the next person, but I am also very particular when it comes to what sort of handbags I buy. So I have done it in order of when I purchased these bags. So the first ever designer bag that I bought myself was this Balenciaga Clutch Bag. I'm honestly not sure what this is. It's actually a funny one because I've never seen this bag on anybody else. I've never seen it in photos. When I try and Google it, I can never find it. I truly have no idea where it came from, I just truly have no idea. I don't know anything about it really, but I got this bag when I went to Vista Village. I made a quick dash into Balenciaga while the person I was with kind of got the car ready and stuff. And I knew I was against the clock because I knew he was getting the car ready and I had to go. And instead of just, you know, understanding that I hadn't found the right bag and just, you know, leaving and potentially, I don't know, going somewhere else later on in time to buy the bag, or saving the money and adding to it to buy a different bag, I saw this and I bought this bag, and I pretty much regretted it since the day after. Now, there's nothing particularly wrong with the bag. I like this bag. It is a good shape. I like the strap on it. It has different colored hardware, which is always great. So it's got gold and it's also got silver. The color is a very universal color. I've actually worn it a fair bit if I need it as a clutch, but at that moment in time, I needed an everyday bag, and I come away with, you know, an evening bag. And it is a regretful purchase, but I'm not going to get rid of it just yet because I don't have any other bags this color. So if I do need to pair this with like a lighter outfit or something, because it's quite neutral, it works. But I think in the future, when I look to invest in a bag that is probably similar, neutrally colored to this one, then I will end up selling this one on. But other than that, it's been a relatively okay bag. So at the front here, it's got two straps. It's got two zip compartments here. They are kind like the zips don't work that well, which is a bit frustrating, but it's pretty roomy, as you can see here. And as you can see here, oh my gosh, see, the zips just don't work very well. It's also pretty roomy, which is great. But at the same time, because it's this kind of rectangular shape, you can't really stuff things in there. So like, I don't put sunglasses in here, they don't work. I can't even really fit my wallet in here, it doesn't work. It's an awkward bag. It's an awkward shape, it's an awkward bag. I do regret buying it. It has lasted me and it has worked well with some of my outfits. But this, being completely honest, is a regretful purchase. But you know, it has done its purpose. I've had it for about, gosh, 6 years now. So yeah, bag number one. Okay, bag number two. This is my Alexander McQueen bag, and again, this was another Vista Village purchase. This bag is amazing. I love it so much. I'm so glad I got it. It's so good, and it actually breaks my heart because when I did buy this bag, I used to wear a lot of silver. Silver was like my jewelry. I've now switched to gold, and this is silver hardware. So I don't wear this anymore, but that doesn't distinguish how much I love this bag. It is such a good bag. It's great, really. I knew I needed to go and get a bag from Vista, and I wanted an everyday black bag, and Alexander McQueen has always been one of my favorite designers, and I know their bags aren't like necessarily their iconic pieces. It's not like Chanel has the flat bag and things like that, or the Dior, they have the saddle bag. Alexander McQueen aren't known for their bags, but that doesn't really bother me because this has just been the best bag, I think, almost ever. It's got this really long strap, which is adjustable. I've got it on the shortest one, but there are another 2 settings that you can adjust it to, so you can have it a bit longer if you want. And it's great. It's a really sturdy strap. It has barely, in fact, the leather is perfect. There is no wear and tear at all, and I've worn this bag so many times. On the front it says Alexander McQueen here. It's got these 2 handles, which actually I find really useful. if I need to grab a bag like this, I always find it really useful to have two handles at the front, so they have been wonderful. So that's great. And then it's obviously got this key tag here, it's got the skull keychain here. It's just a really great bag. And you know what I love about this bag so much is, number one, it's really, really roomy. As you can see, I've still got loads of stuff in there, but it's really, really roomy. You can fit so much in here. And what's also really interesting is that it has these zips at the top. Now they don't zip all the way, they kind of zip halfway. So it's like this. So the zips zip halfway, and honestly, it is the best thing ever because it means you don't have to kind of go zzz all the way. You literally just go like that with the two zips and you're in. Super easy access, really great. And also if you only want to get in like half of your bag, if you don't want to zip either of them, you can also just unzip one and get your hand in there. It has truly been an amazing bag and I absolutely love it so much, and it makes me so upset that it is now silver hardware and I wear gold, because if that wasn't the case I would still wear this bag probably every single day. But I don't think they definitely don't make this bag anymore, but I do know that on Vestiaire they have loads of them and they're for a really good price. They're probably like, I've seen them on there for £300 to £500, and I truly think if you want an everyday, understated, I find it quite understated to be honest. It's not got any big glaring logos or anything on there, and you can take the skull off if you want to, because there's two keys in here. So if you do want a really understated luxury black handbag that is also incredibly practical as well, then I would truly go for this because I love it so much and I'm so glad I got it. And you know, if there is a chance for me to change the hardware to gold, I would do it in a heartbeat. Bag number 3, this is another Alexander McQueen. You can see I am a big fan of Alexander McQueen and their handbags, and this was kind of a on the whim purchase bag, which obviously I have said before is not a good idea, but this was a good one. This was a good one. Number 1, gold hardware. She clearly knew. I bought this before I was wearing gold, but clearly I knew I was about to switch to gold jewellery. The gold hardware on this bag. And the red is a gorgeous red colour. It's like a beautiful cherry red, and I do think having a red handbag in your collection is a good idea, because when winter comes around and you want that statement bag with your outfit, red is always a great colour. In winter I wear a lot of black, I wear a lot of dark colours, lots of blacks, lots of greys, and this bag comes out quite a lot if I'm going out to dinner or if I'm going out for drinks and stuff, because it just makes a great statement. So red, good colour to have in your winter handbag collection. It's a lovely bag. It's super easy to use. It's got this magnetic clutch, and on the inside, oh, the inside of this bag makes me so happy. It's this gorgeous suede, and it's obviously this lovely beige colour, which could be potentially very dangerous if you are a bit clumsy and messy, which I tend to be, but honestly I have looked after this bag as if my life depended on it, because the idea of ruining this beautiful suede on the inside makes me feel a bit sick, and I never want to do that. But it's absolutely gorgeous. It's not the biggest, but this is an evening bag to me, so I honestly don't put a lot in here. I put my phone in there, a couple of cards, and a lipstick if I'm wearing one that night, and that is it. But I do love it. Chain is obviously adjustable, so you can wear it long or you can wear it short. It's been great. I absolutely love this bag. Yeah, and also the gold hardware is actually hammered gold, which you probably won't be able to see from where I'm sitting, but it just adds like a really nice finishing touch to it. Hello.
Hello.
So this has been a great purchase as well. Okay, bag number 4. This is my Zaydig and Voltaire bag. I knew I wanted this bag. I'd seen it online probably about 4 months before I bought it, and I knew I really, really wanted it because I saw an image of somebody wearing a Zaydig and Voltaire bag on Pinterest, and the way she had styled it was really, really cool with the straps, which I'll show you in a second. And I remember thinking, God, that is such a cool bag. I really want it. So I got it. The one I saw on Pinterest was black, plain black leather, but I knew I needed kind of like a summery bag. I needed a bit of a lighter colour because all the other ones I had were really dark, so I needed a lighter colour bag. I went into a store in Florence actually. I was there with my friends and Dan, and I thought, you know what, you've been thinking about that bag for a while and you're in Florence, so you may as well go get it. So I went to go get it and I absolutely love it. It's such a good bag. Now the issue with this bag is, well, the only issue I have with this bag is that it is suede. And because it is suede, it is an absolute nightmare to kind of look after. So obviously the front looks great, looks really good, brand new. You turn it around and it's not so brand new. I've got a little bit of colour transfer here. That tends to happen if you are going to buy suede. I didn't have suede protector when I bought this bag, which was completely my mistake. I should have got it. It's kind of gone past the point of no return now. So if you are going to buy a suede bag, make sure you have a suede protector, otherwise you are going to get colour transfer like this and it is going to ruin the back of your bag, which is such a shame because I love this bag. It hasn't deterred me from wearing it though. I still wear this bag a lot. Now the way I saw this woman wearing it in this Pinterest photo, hold on, chains are tangled. So the way I saw her wearing it was kind of like this. So she had the long, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but she had the long chain as a crossbody, and then she had the shorter chain dangling, and I thought that was really, really, really cool. Now the issue is, I think this woman was quite tall, and I am quite short, so that didn't work for me. But how I wear it is, I wear it as the short chain up on my shoulder and the long chain dangling, and I think it's just really cool and really interesting and nothing I've ever seen before. And if I don't want to do that, then I kind of lift the long chain and I wear that over my shoulder as well. But again, I still think that is actually a really interesting look and really cool. And if you don't want to do either of those, or none of those, you can literally just detach the chains because they are detachable. So you can just wear it with one or the other, but I tend to wear it the ways I've showed you. But I just loved the differences, the different things you could do with the chains. So they've got the angel wings logo on the front, opens up like this, so roomy, so roomy. So there's a big compartment here, and then you've got two zips on the front here, which you can open as well. And again, loads of room in there, absolutely loads. So honestly, you can stuff absolutely anything in this bag. It's a really great bag, and they are actually quite affordable. So I think I paid £400 for this, maybe even less, maybe even £350 for this. It really wasn't that expensive in the grand scheme of designer handbags, probably because Zaydig and Voltaire are more mid-range. They're kind of in the Marge, Bash, or Bar and Sure, or however you're meant to pronounce it, categories. So they're not super expensive. And again, if you don't want to spend upwards of like £1,000 on a handbag, I would honestly look into getting one of these because they're great. I see them around, they're very, very popular at the moment. They're definitely having a moment, and it is not such an eye-watering price that if they were to go out of fashion in a few years, you would feel really guilty. You could probably feel and get away with it. But for the time being, this has been a great bag, and people should look into Zaydig and Voltaire if they don't want to spend an absolute fortune. Okay, we've got the big guns out. I got this bag, I must have got it 2 years ago now. Did I get it last? I got it the year before last, didn't I? This bag 2 years ago. I thought it was about a year ago. 2 years ago now. This is my Chanel boy bag. Oh, I love this bag so much. I saw this colour on the website and I just thought it was absolutely amazing. It is like this beautiful electric blue colour. I loved the way it looked with the gold hardware. I just thought it was so cool. And I had to get it because I just thought it was absolutely amazing. And I mean, a boy bag is a very iconic bag. I don't think they're ever going to go out of fashion, ever since they were introduced. They've always been very much an it bag, and I think that by investing in one, you're not doing yourself a disservice there. I decided to go for this colour because it is such a cool, interesting colour. This is an all-round, all-year colour. You can wear this in winter, you can wear this in summer. I wear this with black, I wear this with white, I wear this with red, pink, green. I honestly pair this with absolutely everything. You would think by looking at it, it's probably not that universal. Trust me, it truly, truly is. I wear this so much all the time. It's absolutely brilliant. Adjustable strap, so long or short, and I like that at the top here it has the leather part as well, because I have noticed sometimes with chain bags and they don't have the leather at the top, it can really hurt your shoulder a bit, so this is really great that it has this. Equally is adjustable here too. I went for the diamond quilted pattern here at the front, and I also went for it in the caviar leather. Now Chanel either do, I think it's the calf leather or the caviar leather. It's either the smooth leather or the one that has a bit of a grain on it, basically. And I have always, when buying Chanel bags, gone for the leather with the grain on it, purely because I have heard, and I have actually witnessed as well, that the smooth leather, you know, for the first few years it's fine, but if you're going to be wearing those bags a lot, the smooth leather does tend to kind of wear away, and you really have to, you know, keep on top of it, look after it, make sure you have leather protector all the time. Equally, it scratches quite easily, and for somebody who wears a lot of jewelry and a lot of rings, that sort of thing, I just didn't want to be scratching my handbags at any point. So I always, when buying from Chanel, I'm going to continue to get this grainy leather, and it is scratch resistant and it lasts a lot longer. So just a few top tips if you're looking at getting a Chanel handbag. It opens like this, so you press the two things here, in we go, and then it's actually just got a small compartment. Now, I kind of wish with this bag I got the bigger size. This is the smaller size. They do two sizes in, well actually I guess they do three now, because they do this size, they do the bigger boy bag size, and they also do boy bags as a wallet on chain now. I think they're still doing them, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty certain they are. It's an okay size. It's a little bit too small. I don't use this purely as an evening bag. I use this as a day bag as well, so it kind of like is super universal in that. But if I'm wanting to take out, like, I don't know, sunglasses or even my wallet, I really can't fit much in here. I think I pretty much put my wallet in here, my phone, and that's as far as I'm gonna get. So I do kind of wish I got the bigger size, but I'm still very happy with this bag. It has been, it probably is my favorite bag, maybe. I think I've got one who might top trump it, or maybe two, but it is one of my favourite bags. And actually, out of all of my bags, I get the most compliments on this one because it is so eye-catching and it is really great. So, super great bag. Okay, Chanel bag number 2. This is the Chanel wallet on chain with the grained leather and the gold hardware. I love this bag. I'm not a big bag person, which you can probably tell from my collection. They've all been like teeny tiny ditty bags. I really don't carry that much stuff. And so I really tend to stick to just the kind of smaller mini bags, as they just fit my style and my aesthetic a little bit. Well, they do fit my style and aesthetic more than a big bag would. So getting the wallet on chain was something that I knew that I always wanted to do, especially up until I can take the plunge and get the Chanel flat bag, which is my dream bag, and I've wanted it for so long, but every year it goes up, well, every 3 years I think it goes up in price, and I've put it off for so long now, it's like £5,000 and it makes me feel a bit sick. But one day she will get it. But until I, you know, take myself for a walk to Chanel and decide to actually buy that bag, I decided to get myself the wallet on chain. And actually I've worn this a lot. It's a really, really good bag. It's tiny because it is literally a wallet on chain. So you open it up on the inside and you have got, sorry, that's the dust bag there. You've got the card holders on the inside. You've got a little zip pocket here at the front, and then you've also got a flap pocket at the front there, and that is literally all your lot. And you also have a pocket up here, but I honestly have never used this and I don't know what you would use it for. So, but that is pretty much it. It is a lovely bag. And again, you don't carry much with this. Like, you literally carry your wallets and maybe a lipstick. Your wallets, your cards, and maybe a lipstick, and that is all you're ever going to get in this bag. But that doesn't bother me because that tends to be all I carry around anyway. This is definitely a day bag. I use this mostly during the day, but actually on the evening, what I tend to do is with the strap, you can kind of adjust it. So you can make it into more of an evening bag. If you twizzle the strap twice, as you can see, it shortens the bag like this, and then I tend to just kind of wear that over my shoulder, and it's really, really cute, and I like it. And that's kind of how I wear it if I'm using it as an evening bag. If I'm using it as a day bag, I will untwizzle it, and then I just kind of let it fall how its strap naturally falls. The strap is quite long, I must say, so if I am wearing it as a day bag, I kind of just cross them on the inside like this, just to make it slightly shorter for me. Otherwise, I do actually find that the strap is a bit too long for me. I want it to kind of sit on my hip, so that's why I shorten it a bit. Otherwise, it sits below my hip, which I don't really like. But aside from that, it's a really lovely bag, and it's really great. It is expensive for what it is. I'm not gonna lie, buying a bag this small that doesn't really fit much in it. This is an expensive bag. Equally is my boy bag. Equally is Chanel in general. Chanel is a very expensive brand, and I know that I did probably pay a premium for this bag purely because it was Chanel, rather than going into somewhere like, I don't know, Louis Vuitton, for example. They've started doing their wallets on chains, and theirs are at a fraction of the price of this one. So Chanel definitely has a premium price, but I wanted this bag for a really long time. I think it's a classic. I mean, this kind of style is never going to go out of fashion with the diamond print and the CC logo. Wallet on chains, they may not be super fashionable forever. I feel like big bags are probably going to come back and have a resurgence, but at least for me, as somebody who doesn't tend to follow trends, I don't really care if this bag isn't like fashionable anymore, because I like small bags and I'm going to wear this forever. So it's a great bag, and it's definitely one to invest in if you want it in your collection. Equally, you don't have to go for a Chanel wallet on chain. Like I said, a lot of these big designers are now doing wallet on chain bags. So Louis Vuitton is doing it, Gucci is doing it. They're all very, very popular. But if you do want something small to carry around and you did want to invest, then I would definitely have a look at a lot of the other brands. Equally look at Chanel, because they're very much a thing right now, and they have been incredibly useful, and this has been incredibly useful for me. Okay, moving on. This was a present to me from me for my 24th birthday last year, and you know what, it's actually really funny. I never used to be a big fan of Louis Vuitton growing up. I always used to think it was everywhere, every person had it, it was like the designer brand. I mean, you look at Louis Vuitton, you know it's Louis Vuitton. And because it is so well known, it is actually also the most copied designer brand out there. The pattern, the monogram pattern especially, this one here, is the most copied designer brand there is. So I never really was a fan of Louis Vuitton growing up, but as I got older, I started to really like the monogram pattern, and I am now fully converted Louis Vuitton big fan. In small doses though. In small doses. There is definitely the trend where there is like a little bit too much Louis going on, but I feel like if you just have one piece in your whole outfit, I think you're doing things right. But yes, I got this bag for my 24th birthday. It was a present to me from me. It is the Alma Bb Bag. I can't even tell you how amazing this bag is. It is the best bag in my collection. It truly is. I've worn this bag to absolute death. I've only had it a year, and I think I've probably, or a year and a half, I think I've probably worn it like 400 times, maybe even 500 times. I don't know how many days it's been since my 24th birthday, but I've worn it pretty much every day since then. It is such a good bag. It's so good. It's got the top handles, obviously, I've mentioned before. It's really useful to have these when you have a crossbody bag. It's got the strap here, perfect length strap, absolutely perfect, sits on my hip, literally wonderful. At the front here, it has this toggle, which you can get engraved. So I've got it engraved with TJ, which is Talia Joelle, and I got it done in pink, which I thought was a little bit different. And then on the inside, I use this bag at the moment, so I've got all my stuff in here right now. But on the inside, as you can see, it's so huge. It's like a TARDIS. You can fit so much stuff in this bag. I can't even tell you the amount of things I've kind of like shoved in here or what have you. It's just such a good bag. It really is. And price point wise, they are actually very good. I mean, they're high end, so you're going to be paying $1,000 plus, but I think they're only like 1,100, 1,000 maybe even 1,099 or something like that. It's pretty much on the cusp of 1,000, or it's on the dot 1,000. And I think for what you get, it is totally worth it. And I'm just so glad I got this bag. I really am. It has been absolutely brilliant. They do them in so many different colors as well. So this is the monogram pattern. They've also got the kind of like light beige and dark brown like checkerboard pattern, which you'll probably see a lot, and that actually has like a dark brown leather rather than this light leather along the base and along the handles. They also do it in plain black, which I'm actually very tempted to get because I use this bag so much. I think I really need to get the black one as well because it's just such a good everyday bag. So they also do it in black, they do it in like a blush colour, so many different colours, ways. Such a good bag. Honestly, I really love it. And if you want to buy your first ever designer handbag and want something that is timeless, that is going to last you forever, that will be the best everyday bag ever, that you're not spending an absolute fortune on, get the Alma Bb. It truly has been my best bag ever, and I'm so glad I got it, and I just need it in every single colour there is because nothing can top it. Nothing. It's the best bag. Almost finished. After this one, there's one more. So this is my Chloe Tess, and I got this bag actually on sale over Boxing Day. I love the Chloe Tess as soon as it came out. I saw it in the Motti Grey colour when they did their first colourways, and I wanted it so badly, and I waited and I waited and I waited and I waited too long, because by the time I mustered up the courage and decided that yes, that is the bag I want, it's a good investment, I'm gonna wear it, it had sold out everywhere. I couldn't find it anywhere. This is at the time we were living in Canada, so it was a little bit more difficult to find things. I put myself on the waiting list at Chloe, put myself on the waiting list at like a big department store over there, Nordstrom, and I never got a call. So I never ended up with my Chloe Tess in Motti Grey. But what I did see quite a few times was this bag. I don't know the colour. It's a navy blue. I'm not entirely sure what they call this colour, but I just see it as a navy blue, and it's kind of got this like crocodile, it's obviously not real crocodile, but it's got this crocodile skin effect on the front here, and it has got this beige big strap at the back. And I remember seeing this in and around department stores when we would walk around, and I used to think it was very cool and very, like, the colours are great. Like, navy blue is a good colour to have, this beige strap is a good colour to have. I really liked it, and I had a feeling it was actually going to go on sale because this kind of colourway is a little bit different. It's not something that you're always going to see. These kind of a bit quirky looking bags do tend to go on sale, and I was right because it did go on sale, which is great, which is why I picked it up. I'm really glad I got it. It's actually been a very great bag. I have worn it a lot in the few months that I've had it, in about 6 months. I wear it with a lot of things. It's definitely probably more of a winter bag. I don't know how often I would wear this in summer, but during winter I did wear it almost all of the time. I really love the colorways of it. It is very versatile. There are a lot of different outfits I kind of put this with. Kind of country chic, I would say, as a bag. Like, when I go home to my parents' house in the country, this is the bag that I always tend to bring with me. I'm not sure why, but it just tends to pair well with my country fashion that tends to come out of the woodwork when I go back to my parents' house. So it's a great bag. This at the front is super great. It's got Chloe engraved here. Sometimes it's engraved up here. Sometimes it's engraved on the clasp. Easy to use. Open it up. It is a magnetic popper, and then it's really big on the inside there. Again, this is very similar to the Louis Vuitton in a sense. It's like a TARDIS. It fits a lot of stuff in. I thought maybe this kind of saddlebag shape might be a bit difficult in terms of like fitting things in, but actually it has been wonderful and I really like it. The Chloe Tess, I think, is a pretty iconic bag. When it first came out, I remember being so obsessed with it. I thought it was a beautiful bag, and I've seen a lot of people wear them. Chloe love their big rings. These were kind of like, this is like their signature go-to. You'll see it as well, and if you've watched our previous videos as well, you'll see it on my Chloe Faye. They've got a ring on there, and actually when the Chloe Faye came out, those rings were kind of like a big thing, so a lot of like middle designers, a lot of high street was kind of copying that iconic ring is definitely not so much of a trend right now, but Chloe is still using it, and I think that, like I said earlier, this is kind of like their signature thing now, or it was. They're still incorporating it in some sort of way. But again, like I said, it's a great bag. The strap is adjustable, which is obviously wonderful, and then they've actually also got another little strap here, which you can take on and off. You can also take on and off this big strap. Sometimes I kind of wear it like this, and I let the long strap fall down. I love a long strap falling down. I don't know, I do that with my Zaydig and Voltaire, like I said, for some reason it's just a thing I like doing. But it's, honestly, it's a great bag. Price point wise as well, not too expensive. I mean, I did get this one in the sale, but I still think for these sorts of bags, Chloe is relatively good price point as well. And I find their bags are just always elegant, always sophisticated, always elegant. They're just really, really gorgeous, and definitely a brand to look at, to invest in if you want to get a bag. Extremely good quality, and this has just been absolutely brilliant, so I love it a lot. Okay, final bag. I won't talk about this one as much as in my previous Bicester Village haul video, which is obviously where I picked up this bag. I spoke about it a bit. Oh, what's happened here? Oh, there we go. I spoke about it a bit there, but obviously this is my Chloe Faye that I picked up at Bicester Village, and the Chloe Faye is an icon. It is an iconic bag. I've said iconic bag a lot, but trust me, when they brought this out, every single person had a Chloe Faye, and for good reason. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love it so, so much. I have been trying to use this a lot. I bought it specifically for summer, and I don't know if you live in the UK right now, but it is the end of May and it has not stopped raining for the whole month of May. I have not seen the sun, so I've literally worn this I think once since I got it, but it was on a beautiful sunny day and it worked just the way I wanted it to. But I've already gone through this bag, so I'm not going to talk about it that much. But just in case you haven't seen that video, the one thing I will mention that is very important about this bag is it is suede up top and suede at the back, and because it's a light suede, you need to take care of it. So get yourself a suede protector if you're looking at getting a Chloe Faye, because they all have suede. Get yourself a suede protector and protect the bag, because they are expensive, and the last thing you want to do is get colour transfer on the back of this bag and ruin it. So make sure you do that. But it's just a lovely bag, and you know, the one time I have worn it since I bought it, I got a lot of compliments, and when I posted it up on Instagram and everything, which is at the Bleu house, please give us a follow. Lots of home renovation stuff on there, and equally I'm starting to do a little bit more fashion stuff, as I've noticed that's what people are also very interested in, so please give us a follow on there. But equally, when I posted it up on Instagram, people were very, very happy and very obsessed with the bag. So it's a great one. It's a really good bag, and I'm very much enjoying having it as part of my collection. Right, so I have a list of bags. I think I've got about 10 on there, and I, you know, add bags in and take bags away depending on how I feel about them in the moment. And I think it's a really good way to like keep yourself in check and keep your mindset in check when buying bags, because the last thing you obviously want to do, like me, is go into a store and make a regretful purchase. And it makes you realize which bags you've been wanting for a long time and which bags you've actually just kind of added because they might be cool in the moment, they might be a trend piece, but actually when you go back and when you look at it, you realize that they probably wouldn't have been the right bag for you. And by doing this and by keeping this list is the way I have kept myself in check a lot better. It's why the bags I buy, I wear all the time. I don't have any regrets for them. They literally are just I'm so glad I spent money on all of those bags, because they truly do bring me a lot of happiness. And they work well with my outfits. I get so many compliments on them, and that is because I sit and I think and I think and I think and I make sure that that is it for me. And if it has been on my list, normally this is how I judge whether the bag is going to be purchased or not. If it's been on my list for more than 6 months, I know that I love it, that I'm going to probably get it. If it's been on my list for more than a year, which is normally the case, I know it's not a trend. I am pretty convinced that it is not a trend. And if it's been on my list for about 2 years or even 5 years or actually 10 years, like the Chanel flat bag, I know I have to get it. You have to remember that these bags, from these huge fashion houses are very, very beautifully crafted, expertly crafted. They're not kind of just a thing to spend your money on and have just to have it. You know, you have to understand the craftsmanship and the workmanship that goes into making these bags. You know, these are properly designed. It's not like kind of going into Zara and having a new bag come in every single week. These bags are in for months and months and months. There's a lot of thought that's been put into them, and I think it's something that we should probably remember, rather than just getting them because Instagram kind of tells us to. We should get them because we appreciate the design and we love the designer and we love the fashion house. Always advocating for spending your money sensibly and really thinking about these big purchases, because it's not just something you can kind of like slap on a credit card and then forget about in a few weeks. This is something that you have to think about. This is something that you have to work for, and you know, there are a lot more important things in this world than buying a designer bag. I'm not saying you shouldn't, because I love designer bags, clearly, and if it's your money you should be able to spend it on whatever you want, but just remember, having a designer bag is not the be all and end all. But I think that's it. I think that is the most advice that I can give, and I hope that I have explained all of my bags in a professional way. I hope I have given a lot of insight into why I got them, how useful they are, and please leave me any sort of comments in the comment section. Please like this video, please subscribe, and I'm more than happy to continue doing videos like this if this is what you like. But please let me know. Follow us over on @the Bleu House, where I'll be posting probably a little bit more fashion content, because I can tell from YouTube that that is actually something that people really want to see. And I will see you next week.